Hey guys, Trey John coming after another Watcher of Realms video. All right, I have been gone for a little while. We've had a lot going on in life. I've been traveling a lot on the road, been doing a lot of things, and but I've still been staying with Watchers of Realms. I've still been playing. Actually, I'm level up to 57 now. I'm actually playing a lot more now that I'm getting more into it and having more fun, especially with this new Guild Wars thing. Like that's kind of interesting to me. It kind of plays to my strengths, and I'm enjoying it. So. In this video, what we're going to show is one, I did do a bunch of summons over the weekend, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm probably going to just pull them up in the background, have the video playing with my summons, go through it as I kind of cover some of the new rosters of heroes, some of the things that I've kind of realized that some of these champions are a little bit more impactful than what I thought they were going to be, and what I'm going to build, how I'm going to utilize them. And then I'll probably transition to a little bit about some of the new mechanic, and I'll probably do another couple of videos showcasing a few of the champions that I have gotten and just how impactful they've really been on my account. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll get the summons pulled up in the background here. We do have a couple of quick surprises that happen right at the beginning of the summoning session. So basically what happened is I saw we had the event for the double guaranteed, right? And I'm a sucker when it comes to those. Like I'm always a sucker. As you can see right here, popped off. We got the legendary. Wait for it. We did get, in fact, Abomination, which is definitely a very good, strong champion for the account. It is a fusion champion, but what this also means is that now I can go ahead and fuse him and guarantee his A1 ability, which is then basically going to allow his basic attack to inflict a stun. So this is great. Like I didn't have him beginning, and I haven't really been focusing on doing his progression because I haven't really needed it. And honestly, now that I can guarantee his A1, now it's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build him, I'm going to get him going because now I'm guaranteed that A1. It's going to help me out. We also got Azoth. Now, I haven't really built him a whole lot yet, but I am glad to have his A1 because once again, it enhances his abilities, which is great. But essentially in this video that you're kind of watching playing in the background, it's about 5 minutes long. I did 200 summons. I got some legendaries. So I'm gonna let it keep playing so you can kind of see what I got while we're talking about some of the changes that I've made to the account, some progression that I've made making, and just in general things that have been going well for me since playing and being away for so long, right? So for example, I think last time I made a video on these guys, I was talking about the best fighters, best healers, defense champions, so on and so forth. I never did finish that series. I still got to do a couple more roundup videos, and I'm kind of glad I didn't because now that I've progressed a little bit more and further into the game, you know, obviously doing stuff like this where you got to get the summons and get all the things, right? I'm progressing a lot faster than I thought I was actually, or at least I used to be doing, right? So it was actually very, very slow for me to get going in like gear raid 1, 2, 3. It's pretty painful. I'm up to gear raid 1, I think stage 18 currently. Yeah, I'm almost finished. Yeah, actually I'm looking at it right now. I'm up to 18 here. We got several champions that made a massive increase into the account as far as just overall damage, right? Different types of these gear raids really makes a bigger difference on like what kind of champion composition should you be using. AoE, single target damage dealers, long range dealers, even so much as like, okay, do we have a god tier blocker, healer, reviver, whatever the case may be. There's always that scenario where some of them will be better than the others. As you can see, we're going through a rough patch right now in the summons, unfortunately. This did happen a few times during the summoning session, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Can't win them all, right? But we did get a lot of overall champions too, which is great. And that's where that kind of helps me with understanding more of like, hey, what do you need to be doing in different aspects of the game, right? Like gear raid 1, like that's 100%. You want AoE, you want long clear, you want quick DPS to go ahead and stop that. And you want that because you want to get the main primary weapons, right? Like those are the main deals. We're getting like that extra crit damage bonus is massive, and also getting other things, right? Which makes boost your champion's abilities a lot faster, like attack speed, which is huge, tremendous. Here, actually, we just got Calypso. Now, I think I will show it in the footage. I keep getting this backwards reversed. I'm sorry, guys. But I do think, oh, I must not. But that made my A5 a Calypso. So now I am forced to invest in Calypso and get her. I mean, she's A5. So might as well get her to 60, get some content done with her. I know she's really, really good for late games. I'm really excited to utilize her on my account as well. But also like things like Gear Raid 2, right? Like getting certain champions and doing the summoning sessions and getting more progression since the last time I made this videos. Just overall collecting those additional champions that really make the big difference is really what matters. Like, for example, Gear Raid 2, right? It's all about sustain. Like how do you sustain here? How does that all work out for you? What happens once you do sustain and then you got to do the quick DPS to burst them down, right? Like that's also a massive deal in like Gear Raid 2, especially there at the end of the last run. Gear Raid 3, right? Like that's going to be 100% like aired out, right? So you want all the air units. So this means you want like some AoE, you want some magic dealers, you want stuff like that that really makes these things easier. So when we're doing summoning sessions like this, we're really looking for very select champions that are going to really help you progress your account. Even though it is really, really, really nice to get like, oh, the god tier, like, oh man, I really would like to get, you know, Hassad or a bunch of other random champions that are just god tier champions in general. That's always great and all, but at the end of the day, like if we're not getting the correct champions to really progress the content, it can be frustrating. It can be very dismal feeling, so to speak, and nobody likes that. So it's just one of those situations where it is what it is. But as you just saw there, that was 210 shards and I think total of 3 legendaries. But I got to show you guys something. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put this video away. Here's my account. I'll pull up my box. All right, so be prepared for this. So we've gotten a lot of champions since the last video I made. We made a lot of changes. We made a lot of progression here. We did get Kira. Now we got her from the targeted 10x. It was a random, I just pulled 20 shards I had. It's like, hey, I'll yellow them, see what we get. Pulled her instant, like, okay, yep, she's going to 60. She's an instant no-brainer. She's a mage, right? Definitely going to be needed for faction trials. I knew I could really utilize her for Gear Raid 1, and actually she has definitely out progressed everything else as far as Gear Raid 1 is concerned. She has single-handedly carried me it. Now, do not have her in the best of gear, to be honest with you guys. Like, you know, we're getting a crit rate, trying to get that up. Crit damage is absolutely garbage at 0 right now. I'm trying to get this swapped around here, and I want to get to farming and get some more AoE damage gear. Probably put that on her for a little while. See how that does, if that position that transitions her damage to something a little bit more constant with crit rate. But overall, in general, she's been god tier for me. We also pulled a few other champions. So I don't know if I guys showed you guys, but we got Hex. He has been a massive change as far as single target damage. I want to say, I don't know where he's rated in the guild. Oh, guild boss. Okay, 4.9. I've actually noticed the biggest improvement with him at guild boss and arena, and Gear Raid 3. I'm actually utilizing him, and he's very, very helpful. So I definitely would agree with these ratings. I probably should rate him myself. Maybe we'll make a stream out of that or a video out of that as well later on. But he's been superb for utilizing. Also, we got Razak. So he was part of the. So I did like 70 pulls off screen on top of the 20 that I pulled for and got the Kira. And during the 70s, I got a few champions, and I was kind of mad. I wasn't recording at the time. I was just actually pulling on my phone. I've been hanging out with the wife a little bit more. We're trying to do IVF, so it's like, you know, we're spending a little more time together. Things are a little stressful in life, right? But I was hanging out. It's like, oh, you know what? Let's just pull these 70 shards and see what we get. Wife looked at me like I was crazy when I freaked out. I was like, oh man! And they're like, what is wrong with you, right? You know, she doesn't play video games. She didn't really understand what was going on. But he's been huge too, right? Like he's AoE, multiple enemies. His ultimate ability, crap ton of damage and range. Overall, in general, he is just a very solid champion, right? Especially if I ever do get Captain Reeve, he's very good to pair with him as well. So that's kind of cool. And then we went ahead and we did get Abomination 6-starred here. We got to finish level him up. We'll do that later. And we got another champion. Yeah. So we got another 2 champions the last time I made a video. This one being the other one that we got in the 2X event here, Regulus. Now, Regulus, he's got mediocre reviews here. I shouldn't say that. I mean, 4.7 is still pretty good, right? But that's faction trial. As you can see here, like he's not necessarily rated the highest out of everyone else's opinion, but his kit is very interesting, and I do want to play with him, especially with his ultimate ability. I feel like there's some potential there for some fun things to be going on and be had. We'll probably invest in him, get him utilized in some aspect of the game in general, just for testing purposes, even if I just got to do that. And we also got a freaking A1 for dude here, and I don't know what to feel about it, how I feel about it as well. He was another one that I randomly got that I was like, man, are you kidding me? Because it's like Battle Spirit will also take effect, but he's expensive. He's not like, he really isn't like the god tier, right? Like, yeah, for Faction Trial, sure, but Faction Trial's kind of whatever. Tide, good, right? Good. Tide's good. Gear Raid 3 is definitely very good to have, but it's just one of those situations where I don't need to replace my other fighter, because it's not Abomination, it's what's his nuts, this dude. So it's like I don't need him on that aspect, so he doesn't actually play a good role on my account. Now I should build him up anyways, because it's definitely going to be helpful for the factions. He's also going to be very helpful for what's it called, the yeah, just the factions, really, to be honest. Unfortunately, he can succeed other places, but he's just not that, it's not that great. Not terrible, not awful, I'm not complaining, but yeah, so it's kind of a bummer. And I think that was all that we got that was standout-ish as far as brand new champions goes. I've got a lot of extra 4 stars currently. I've been trying to level them up, get everything ready, and get going here, because I'm noticing I'm following a terrible trend like I was doing in Raid Shadow Legends for years, where I wasn't like maxing out my champions. I was just focusing on a couple of them, not really leveling these guys up, getting them maxed out, and then stockpiling XP. Trying to get a little bit better about that right now. And actually, one champion that I feel like a lot of people have been sleeping on that have really been helping my account right now is Shamir. And when you look at his reviews, he's got horrendous reviews, but honestly, like overall, his Drowning Water ability here, and the fact that when it stacks here, and where's the other one? His ultimate here, right? Like, Drowning Water is huge. It reduces movement speed, damn near stuns him. It's stackable for every stackable one. It increases damage for the targets, which is awesome. And then you turn around and you throw him with like a artifact, like the Blue Sea Ice Ring artifact. So increased damage, chance of slowing down the target by 50% for 2 seconds, can trigger it up to 1 time every 4 seconds. Like, on top of his kit, which already slows everyone down with Drowning Water that gets applied numerous times. We got him A2'd, so he's doing at least 3 stacks of Drowning Water will be inflicted with Immobilize, which is huge again. Like, I think people are sleeping on him because he's been super impactful for me as far as just progression in general. So we'll go ahead, we'll pull up real quick where I'm at progression wise, and we'll probably call that good for this video. I'll probably come back, make another video talking about more in depth, like strategies that I've noticed, like results that I've kind of seen that have been great. But I don't want to like make this video too awful long. I kind of want to just show you guys my summon, see how my account's been doing, just talk with you guys for a little bit because it's been a minute. And yeah, so as you can see here, just completed level 17, stage 17, gear raid 1. I did this as soon as I got Kira. She made a massive difference in my damage that I can do. Basically the same area here for gear raid 2. I gotta push into this threshold because I gotta be able to get these better ancient mythic gears. I gotta be able to get those so that way I can start getting into here, start really getting the upgrades going, right? And then Gear Raid 3, I haven't made a good push. I probably will spend the rest of the night, honestly, trying to make a better push to see if I can also get this one down to stage 18. I got a feeling I need to get to stage 17, get a few better pieces of gear here and there, mix it up on a few major like keynote champions, and then I'll start being able to break into like the 18s and the 19s. And then once I get into the 19s, that's when it's going to be game changing. So I'm really trying to dedicate a lot more time now to figuring that out and progress it. There's some strategies that I haven't been utilizing really well that I think I need to be doing, especially like artifact material raid. I never realized, guys, that like in this one, when you go to the map here and it's like, oh yeah, recommended lineup, map info, popular heroes, blah, blah, blah. But like when they come over here and the two spawn rates come over here, right? So like when we go down here, there's going to be 2 spawn rates. They're going to come down, spawn here, and then they're going to merge together, making them more powerful, and then they're going to come down. I just noticed it the other day. I was like, oh crap, I need to be putting like a blocker here and a blocker here to keep them from merging together. And it would probably make my life a lot easier for progressing this. So that's probably another one where we're going to try to push up a little bit too. As you can see here, we're at 16 already. If we get to 18 on this one, that'd be pretty drastic. But honestly, I'm not holding my breath. I don't know that I'm going to be able to just easily do that, right? But yeah, overall in general, we're doing really well on the account, and I'm still having a lot of fun. I know it's been a while since I made a video. It's been a while since I've been playing this game, and I know a lot of you out there who are going to watch this video, I'm sure you guys have also been playing it. I hope you're enjoying it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm gonna try to get back to making videos. I'm not gonna have any guarantees. I would like to do at least 2 to 3 videos a week, if not a little bit more. I'm probably honestly gonna try to start reaching out to other content creators to just do collabs, talk in general, like, hey, how are things doing? How are things going? As you can kind of tell, I got like the easy, like the easy nonchalant vibe. Like, it's a game, I want to have fun. I'm not going to be the competitive #1 guy or anything like that, but I want to have fun. I will, you know, spend a little bit of money, do little crazy things, and just talk in general, right? So, but yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.